Hello out there in YouTube land. We are just getting ourselves sorted. That is today's one. Just need to send some invites. And that will then let me copy it elsewhere. Okay. Oh, okay, cool. What was my next step? I need that. I need to send that there. And I'm just going to grab a drink and I'll be back in a second. Oh, I know why I put it to there, because I want to do this so that I have my game on the big screen. Cool, okay, back in a second. Okay, there's a backup drink. Today we are wearing the Sailor Bear t-shirt. He's got a pipe. He's very thoughtful. Just checking that we're all good. Okay, just waiting for, as usual, the guest of honor. Oh, I see them in the participants list. Hello. Let me know how the audio is. It's the same settings as last time, but it's always a bit hard to tell from here. And I need this. And we were trying to do we were doing the Ganon fight, weren't we? Drawing as I watch the audio is good so far. Okay. Just let me know if it needs to, like, the game audio needs to go up or down or whatever. My vocals are set a bit higher and the game audio is set to come down when I speak. So hopefully it doesn't kind of overload the... yeah, you should still be able to hear me. So... we were wanting to do the Ganon fight. Let's see how we go, because it was not going well for us last time. And I have been playing different games, although with a similar vibe. I've been playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey. So some of the stuff is kind of similar. Oh, there's a Stelly! Hello, Stelly. Okay, what were we working out worked really well for us? I don't even remember. Ah, crap. Ran right into that one. I really hate that it's like 5 on 1. Crap. And I accidentally climbed the wall. Oh, this is going well.
At last.
Oh yeah, Gibdo stuff. Very breakable, but very high kind of. What? High damage increase, so great for arrows. Okay, so we've got one out. Better eat something. Oh, crap. And they keep pushing me into the corner. Crap. Eat something else. Oh, man. No, no, crap, Link. Because you run and at a wall, it makes you climb. And of course, they're all doing this spawn thing. Crap. Like gassy teleport thing. Okay, that's another one down. Oh, crap. That's another meal. Ooh. Okay, so only 2 down. I mean, 2's better than none, but... Okay, that's another one down. 2 to go. And then we have stage 2. Okay. And now the bad part of it. Crap. Like this one, this stage is definitely worse. on. What's going on? Okay, this is going on. So that kind of respawns. Oh shoot. Okay, he's down. One down. One down, one down. We're doing better than we have. Okay. Oh, excellent. What do we have that's high strength? Spears, great. I'm not a big fan of the spears. Ah, crap. Okay, they've changed their weapons again. Cool. Where's the lowest health one? Okay, let's... Oh, two down. Two down, two down. Two to go, two to go. Woo! Okay, that's one. One to go. I hope this is the last stage, because if it's not, we're in a bit of trouble. Come on. We're okay for arrows, but we're running out of meals.
It seems there is more to you than the power Rahu has gifted, but not much
Link, we are here.
Thank the goddess. Phew. Dude, where were you guys?
those who carry the secret stones.
Just what is this thing?
Do not recognize me. Perhaps there are limits to the knowledge the secret stones impart. You stand before Ganondorf. The foolish actions of your ancestors served only to delay my ascension. Allow me to show you the world that was and will be again when I am restored. Rise, my sons. Sweep over Hyrule with the power I have granted. Eliminate this kingdom and her allies. Leave no survivors!
Whoa. Sorry, just tried muting the mic to see what the compression was doing.
Cannot hope to escape your fate. My power will sweep across this land. You need but await the inevitable end.
Was that the Demon King we were warned about? It all really happened?
This is dire. The Demon King, the man who nearly destroyed the world. Ganondorf. With his return, everyone's in danger.
Oh, this isn't good. If that really was him, we're in real trouble.
Hold on. He must not be at his full strength. Otherwise, why flee instead of finishing us off? We should return to Lookout Landing and decide what to do next. Link, you should come too.
Ganondorf's eyes reminded me of the eyes in Majora's Mask. Just like cat eyes, though. I got some Majora's Mask stickers. I'm trying to work out where to put them. Okay. Gloom swords and Demon King's bows. Okay. We're gonna take some Demon King bows. 28. A Gloom Spear. As I have said before, I'm not a big fan of the spears. 41 without fusion. So maybe if we find some items to fuse. Gypto bones break pretty readily, so maybe if we and attach it to Y and Y and Y. Those look like they will be a bit of fun. I feel like there's something I should go and look for here. Oh, what are you? Shock emitting spear. Oh, that sorted them. Cool. We'll drop that. Take that. And we're going to fuse on. $63 is some good damage. Like, dude, if I had had that weapon to fight Ganondorf, he would have been mincemeat immediately. Royal Guard shield. Royal Guard sword. What do we have in the way of shields? Mind's Eye shield doesn't actually do us much good. Like, it has no buffs, so. And the raw power's low, so. Yeah. Now, did that give us the memory? We were missing a memory. Yeah, Demon King's army. That's the one that we missed. Okay, so then we're on to the next. Well, let's finish the quest line and then we'll go and we'll look at the keep going with the glyphs. Sorry, just checking things, and then I need to see. We got the frog, and then we were going to go 11. Huh. Apparently that will be all of them. Okay. We had one more glyph. Okay, cool. So let's go and finish that, and then we'll go and finish the glyphs. I don't know if you saw, it's a bit hard to see. I'm wearing my Sailor Bear shirt. He has a sailor's cap and a pipe. And he is one of my new favourite t-shirts. Sometimes I imitate his pipe smoking. Not with an actual pipe, but, you know. It's a thinking pipe. Oh, oops. Ooh. Pardon me. Yeah. I saw him on the website and I was just like, oh, I need a Captain Bear. He looks like he's got a lot of good stories to tell. Oh, there's the tower. We can angle for the tower. Run away! I mean, that's what Ganondorf did after I beat him. Dazzle fruit, 2 little stem arms with tiny... That would be very cute, Stelly. I think Stelly should draw that. A little lemon doing jazz hands with his leaf. Little leaves. Oh, there's Pura. Probably talk to Pura. Welcome back. It looks like it was pretty tough. Dude, you don't know the half of it. Like, I died so many times. And in the end, I had to, like, attach Gibdo rib cages to my arrows just to have a hope of, like, laying down enough DPS to take out Ganondorf. I see, so to summarize, there's no mistaking that what we all saw at the castle was the Demon King from the legend of the Imprisoning War, and the princess you've been seeing was actually an imposter. And the reason she appeared at Hyrule Castle was so the Demon King could lure Link into a trap. I knew something seemed weird. I mean, about Princess Zelda not being able, not doing anything to help with these troubles everywhere in Hyrule. But it's all connected. The upheaval, the problem our homelands have been facing, the fake princess. It's all been happening because the Demon King came back. So then that means the Princess Zelda isn't actually here. Instead, she's in the distant past and not in the present, right? We should consider that the case, bizarre as it sounds, that to be the case, bizarre as it sounds. It also seems that Princess Zelda was trying to somehow defeat the Demon King in the past. And now I have Link all to myself. Our ancestors made a vow to Zelda. They swore that when the Demon King was revived, their descendants would awaken as sages and fight alongside Link. But with Princess Zelda in the past, we can't ask her what the plan is supposed to be, and she can't be here to fight with us either. We also don't know anything about the Demon King other than the fact that he's bad news and super strong. What do we do? Based on what you each have told me, it appears the princess was making preparations in anticipation of the Demon King's revival in this era. There must be some hint we still haven't figured out here in our time. Right you are! We cannot afford to stand still at a time such as this. It is imperative that we act. But without any leads... Oh, wait! You said the 6 sages were with the king. The 6 sages were with King Rauru when he fought against the Demon King during the imprisoning war, right? Wind, fire, water, lightning, and time. That was the princess. Oh, I see. What is it? What do you see? That's it. There was one more sage back then. Anubis. I've forgotten her name. But she reminds me of the Egyptian god Anubis. Exactly! One more sage that might be here now. I'm sure this is the lead we were hoping for. It will be well worth our while to search. Each of you has awakened as sages at ruins from the Age of Legends, right? Maybe the remaining sage is in a similar location. That makes sense, so we should each search major ruins from the Age of Legends. They're as good a place as any to start. If we just searched all of Hyrule randomly, we'd probably never find the sage. Alright, we have a plan. Let's split up the work and get to it. You 4 go back to your homelands and gather information about ruins that might be related to the remaining sage. Linky, search around and see if you can find any other undiscovered lands. Everyone's relying on you. Don't let us down. No pressure or anything. Dude, the pressure is just getting to me. I just want to go and surf. Can you let me go and surf? Okay, untag that. We're going... We're going monster hunting. No, glyph hunting. I was a bit worried when I set up my computer that it wouldn't cope particularly well with streaming. But when I'm streaming from the Switch, like for Zelda, it actually does really well. It's under 1% CPU utilization, so there is heaps of oomph left. Now, I believe the last glyph is... let's change into our flying outfit. We are Link the Owlbear. I mean, wait, what? Something. Ah, there we go. The Master Sword. Oh, the Master Sword disappeared when we heard Zelda's voice. Did Ganondorf take it? It was damaged. We couldn't do much with it. I'm leaning towards the tip of the sword, has the tear. Yeah, there we go. It's there for sure.
We managed to restrain him somehow. Link, I am not sure you'll be able to stop him. Master Sword. You're telling me that Link is safe? You traveled through time to find me and recover your strength.
It's talking to her. Does that mean Fee is alive in there?
We were sent to us. It has to mean something.
I know why I am here. It's something only I can do. We will finally stop him.
To become an immortal dragon is to lose oneself.
I'll be forever changed. Link! You must find me.
Okay, we have a choice here. We can go and try and find the 5th sage, or we can chase the last tier. Okay, so we have missed one. I believe that's probably with Sage 5. Do you want to do the tier first? That's okay, I can do the tier. Let me just... 14... Okay, let's go for the tier, and we'll go back to the sage after that. And just pop that last the memory's slightly out of order, but that's not a big deal. Oh, interesting. I calibrated the colors on my monitor. Earlier today. It's quite a...
Was that the sword that seals the darkness? The blade that shatters so easily against my power cannot save you from me.
The sword will continue to gain strength if bathed in sacred power. The stronger that power, the more powerful the sword becomes.
After all, you possess more than power over time. You have a sacred power that can dispel evil.
To swallow a secret stone is to become an immortal dragon, one blessed with eternal life.
Minoru, I'm counting on you. It will be the weapon that defeats the Demon King.
To become an immortal dragon is to lose oneself.
Oh no. That was sad. Okay. Oh, did we never finish that? Okay, let's finish off a couple of things that we've left sitting. I will say I think Zelda has the derpiest eyes of all of the dragons. Probably from the shock of turning into a dragon. Swordsman, what is it? You look very pleased with yourself. Could it be? Auto build with the ability to instantly replicate things you've built, and schema stones. So there really was a Zonai temple housing a mysterious power down in the depths. That may also mean that some of the things collected from the depths may give us other clues. Wait here just a second. Not that, no, not that either. Aha, here we go. Here, swordsman. Ooh, a schema stone. A hot air balloon. A new design has been registered with auto build. This is a schema stone for a balloon, right? So if you use this with auto build, you could build a replicator balloon. I'm thinking that balloon over there belongs to Goggles, but it's broken right now. Do you think you might be able to fix it with auto build? Then we can get rid of him. Eep, so exciting. I want to see it in action pronto. I'll go prepare it real quick. Pardon me. Swordsman, everything's ready. Please demonstrate how auto build replicates things. That's auto build. That's the hot air balloon. I can't believe it. You rebuilt the balloon in an instant. Just be aware that adhesive does wear out. This mysterious power goes beyond scientific explanation. Goggles! Goggles! What are you yelling about, Joshua? Inconceivable! My balloon, it's fixed! This must be the mysterious power the zone I had. I never thought I'd see such marvel with my own eyes. Thank you for making this a reality. Please take this. I've been saving it for a special occasion. I still haven't been able to figure out what it is, but judging from that light, it's got to be of Zonai origin. Since you can use Zonai powers, I think it would be better for you to have it. There was an incredible power lying hidden in the depths after all. I think I'll keep researching the depths going forward. Who knows? I just might find a clue about Princess Zelda. If you make any new discoveries in the depths, please let me know, swordsman. I heard about a potential sighting of Princess Zelda at the castle, but I need to stay focused on my research into the depths. I mean, we've been through this. I went and it was Ganondorf. I almost died, dude. Like, I have trauma and I don't want to talk about it. You're not my therapist. That's where I'm sure we'll find a real clue about what happened to the princess. Link definitely needs therapy. Yes, did you need something, swordsman? No way, Koga, the leader of the Yiga clan, was there. Oh, this is dangerous. I've got to regain my composure. Come this way. Oh, apparently we knocked out a bunch of quests that we hadn't triggered yet, too. So you faced Koga in the depths. What's the leader of the Yiga clan up to down there? From what I know, the Yiga clan is a super dangerous group that schemes against the kingdom of Hyrule, and Koga has had it out for you and Princess Zelda for a long time. He'd do anything to put an end to your lives. Despite everything we're looking into already, we just can't take our eyes off this threat. Besides, Koga could know what's happened to the princess. That would make a lot of sense. If you do go after him, keep in mind that I'm continuing my research. Well, you defeated Koga? Well, of course you did. You're the swordsman. So do you have any clues about Princess Zelda? Oh no, nothing, huh? Oh well, even so, that's one less danger for the princess. I'm not even surprised you did all this. You're the swordsman. I'll be hard at work here with my research into the depths, so just come let me know if you find anything out, swordsman. Oh, thank you. You finally stopped talking. I appreciate you fixing my balloon. Ultra thanks. That auto build thing is pretty darn amazing. I should have a good think about all the practical uses of that someday. Oh, that reminds me. Hey, you, listen up. Now that Josha has solved the mystery of that slate, I can return to the Purapad laboratory at Hutno Village. If you go there, I can make even more improvements to your Purapad, starting with the sensor. You'll find me in the East Necluda, off the southeast corner of Hyrule. On its far side is Hutno Village. Go a bit further than that, and you'll see a mighty peculiar place. Don't let the looks fool you. It's a cutting-edge lab. Alright, I'm going to head over there. I'll be waiting for you to arrive. See you in Hutno Village. Don't keep me waiting. We'll do that too, because if there's... Oh, we have an unfinished shrine there. If we can get some upgrades to stuff, that will help too. Squirrel. I didn't know that if you shot squirrels, acorns popped out. That must be true in real life as well. That's how it works, right? Catch the froggies! Ah! Oh, really? I don't want to deal with you right now. Oh, cool. You died. Haha. I mean, that's your own fault. You weren't being careful. Keys. Haven't seen Keys in a while. Alright, we'll stick with what we've got. This is going an awfully long way. Intriguing. Ah, crap. Ah. Oops. Gotcha. And we can turn that into the next hammer. wrong is this cave system? I'm beginning to regret my life choices. Dude, just admit we're lost. Stop and ask for directions. No, like, that's embarrassing. I don't want to. I'll get us out of here. It's just, give me some time. Like, I'm pretty sure that on the mini-map is where we came in. Yeah, we've looped around. Right, quick exit. That's the shrine that we teleported to. That is a big tunnel system. No, what is it? What could you need from an old man? I might not seem too busy, but taking care of cuckoos that Tamana left in my care is a big part of my day. I thought I'd help her out a bit now and her husband's gone to do his part over at Lookout Landing. Every day I take the cuckoos on a walk up the hill to the laboratory. And they did go wherever I did go. That's a bit of a deep cut there. If you are a Monty Python fan, you might know what I am referring to. If you're not a Monty Python fan, you probably won't. Those trees are suspicious. Welcome! Ah, what a pleasant evening! Hey, you! The Puripad Laboratory is ready for us to do some great things together. First, let's get that sensor up and running. Come on, let me see the Puripad. This will only take a moment. Oh, this is where you can start taking photos of things and it'll beep at you when they're nearby. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We are so far through the game to be just unlocking this now. Now this sensor will make a sound if there is a shrine near you. I mean, that is helpful. Alright, now that I've installed that sensor for you, how about you walk around the lab to test how it works? What's the problem? Do you need help with the sensor? It'll react when you're moving toward a shrine. The more strongly, the more you're pointed in the right direction. So if it's not responding much or at all, try moving in another direction. It seemed to go off more when you were pointed towards the other section of the slope outside. Try going right down there. Oh, do I have to actually go and find the shrine? Hey, where are you going? We need to finish testing. You told me to go down the slope. We're still testing the sensor, so hold off rushing off for now. Just walk in the direction where you hear the sensor. Okay. What's this? The sensor that I installed on your purifier is reacting to something right here and now? It reacts when you're moving towards a shrine. The sensor must be detecting a shrine down the slope in front of the lab. Is there really one that close by? There must be, because my creations are perfect, unless they get broken in some way. Now, why don't you go back, go check down the slope in the direction that sensor was indicating? Okay. I mean, you could have just let me go out, like, moments ago. Oh, okay, it's not down there. It's nearby down. Okay, that's fine. Oh. Okay. That seems to imply that it's somewhere inside this wall. Like it's nearby down. And cross over and it's disappeared. Aha. Double frog. Wait. Ah, there was another path. Two paths branched within a cave, and I took the one less trod. And that all the difference made. Ooh, is this one of the... You don't have to do anythings? Raru's blessing! Woo! Damn. Okay. Oh wait, I can merge that. Because if you put an elemental, like a gem into it, it's gonna work as a wand. But if I put then it just becomes a sword. Cool. Okay. No, I want that. Oh, he's so close. So close. Can we get to him? You gonna give me an updraft? No. No updraft. Just gonna run along his back and collect all of the horn shards. Yeah, it's a bit weird. Like in the Breath of the Wild, they had an updraft around them. The disadvantage was, of course, that they would also like spin off elemental attacks. Like they weren't attacking you specifically; they were just kind of the raw power of the dragon was enough to potentially injure you. But if you could fly close to them, they'd lift you up and you'd kind of get a chance to shoot them with an arrow, because you couldn't really stand on them, if I remember correctly, even with like elemental defense buffs. My design of the sensor is beyond perfection. Just listen to this to its sounds, and you'll find your way to a nearby shrine. They did improve it in this one, because it does on the old one it just beeped it. Sorry, hold on. In Breath of the Wild it just beeped at you. In this one, if you listen, it goes da 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 da. So the tone goes down if it's beneath you, and goes up da 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 if it's above you. So you can, in Breath of the Wild you knew you were in the vicinity, but you might have to like drop down to find a cave or something to find it, whereas this one it gives you the which direction you're looking. Sorry. Just listen to its sounds and you'll find your way to a nearby shrine. You found it? I'd expect nothing less from you. Anyway, how about that sensor? Handy, huh? And expecting nothing less from me. Well, I've told you what you need to know about the sensor, but I fear it's gone in one ear and out the other. Hang on a minute. Okay, the details are correct and I'll post it right here. Very good. Here you go, the operation instructions for the sensor. Now you can review the sensor feature anytime you want. Just read that poster over there. Now you begin to see the true potential of the PurePad. But I'm nowhere near done yet. I've created a new feature for that device while I was waiting here for you. Yes, I whipped up some prototypes of these extra features and can get them on your PurePad anytime. That is, with some help from getting some final data I need in order to activate them perfectly. Let's talk if you want one of those upgrades. Enjoy that sensor, a taste of great things to come. Until then, let's see. After some upgrades, the PurePad will be even better than ever. Those include the most essential one, the travel medallion feature that lets you set up gates for instant travel anywhere. There's also Heroes Path mode, which shows where you've travelled, and finally Sensor Plus, which helps you find more than shrines. The PurePad will be perfect once all of those are installed. But first I'll need you to gather some test data so I can fine-tune my prototypes. Let's get to work on that, Pad. Talk to me anytime. Okay, we'll just leave that for now. Let's go and find that sage. Okay, so we obviously can get higher than most of the other characters, so we will investigate the sky. Well, we also need to finish the fairies. That's okay. Okay, so there is one of those over there. So let's go for this one, and maybe we can clear that marker while we're at it. Oh, can we... I don't remember how this works. Unbearably cold. Okay. And that's good enough. Cool. No, it's not. Erakuda. Don't remember how the rest of that song goes. That's probably good, so I don't get copyright strikes. Oh, you know what else we haven't done? I know. We haven't made the Kakariko village. That's something that we need to do. Take the crystal connected to the beam and offer it to the shrine. Okay. I don't like the look of that. entire section of this landmass. It looks like that's just down there. I know it's well below us. Okay, cool. I was gonna say, like, if that's attached and I need to be inside this, that would have been much easier to reach. Oh, no, there we are. Yes, Link would not be allowed to travel to Australia. He is too much of a fire risk. Woo! I'm flying! Oh, something blew up. I'm losing power. I'm losing power. We're going down. No, not quite. But we do. No. We do actually want to land here. Okay, there goes our power, second power source. Haha! Success! Yeah. I think that's enough work. Don't make me do anything else, please. I had to build a freaking flying machine. And it was amazing. Topaz. A light of blessing. One more and we can get another heart. At some point soon we must be getting on to the second row of hearts. Okay, and we're going to fly over to that little flower-shaped island. I think the actual next step is... oh yeah, that'd work. I think we have to go to, what's it called, village. Those are mental. So there's like 3 levels of maze. And I think you have to get through the ground level 1 to get to the sky level, and then that kind of takes you to the basement, the underground. Is it gonna... I don't know if that'll work. Examine. It's etched with ancient Hyrulean text. You cannot read it. Okay. Because I think that's the thing to help us find the next sage. But I can't remember. So let's go to Kakariko Village. Because there are sky ruins there that have fallen that are being investigated. None of the sages are investigating. And of course the mission marker is just pointing us back to Lookout Landing because they don't want to tell us where we actually need to go. That would be too easy, apparently. Ooh, if we hurry, maybe we can make it. Did look like he was starting the descent. Bugger. You can ride the dragons through the under, like the deep, because they fly in through some of the holes. Oh, maybe we can make it. It'll be close. Oh, is there a shrine nearby? So I'm just looking at where he's at and where we're at, because we've got to get over to the chasm way over the other side of the town. If he's flying into the chasm, you can ride him all the way through until he comes up out of one of the other holes. And that's kind of, the insinuation is that in Breath of the Wild, they were flying to where these chasms were. Because I think they disappeared periodically. This would be much more convenient for travelling to Kakariko Village. And I think we have to travel back and forth a bit for this bit. So let's make sure we've got it. Oh my goodness, sorry. I'm tired. It has been a very busy week. Even though I was only at work 2 days this week. We had appointments and stuff to sort out, so kind of any time that wasn't work was either kind of appointments or I had yeah, very busy. How about you? Busy week? Okay, I made it. So, such a good shot. Yeah, yeah, and I did the last two close. So I was working till 9 o'clock on Thursday and 9 o'clock last night, so then you don't kind of get home until like 9:30. Sure, but what's this for? Okay, I reckon this is constructed wrong. I reckon we want this here. This here. This here for longer throw. Okay, and there's our next heart. Physics. Who doesn't love some good physics puzzles? I don't think I played the original Portal until about the time that Portal 2 came out, but yes, quite enjoyed both of those. He was waiting for me to come back. How thoughtful of him. Well, he's quite long. He's a long boy. Out of the way, cuckoos. I have a dragon to catch. Sure, I missed check-in. But I don't have any checked baggage that I need. Now, looks like we're okay on the temperature front, which is interesting because he is a nice dragon. Oh, did I already get all of the shards off him? Oh well, we can just tell. Oh no, there's some down there. We can just teleport back to that shrine that we just unlocked. No. No. Yes, good boy. Weird, there's an updraft around him now. Ah. A spike shard. And you can just run up and down their back and collect all of the bits and pieces. What about me wearing the bitter and what? I don't understand, Stelly. What about the Raven and Unicorn shirts? It was a busy week because I was wearing the Raven and Unicorn shirts. Have I got that light route? Yes, I do. Cool. Oh, see, there's the elemental attacks coming off him. So they do still exist. They're just... a bit less prevalent. It's actually possible to approach. That's his head. Ha! I managed to catch it before it flew off the scale. So that's cool. Oh, just a second. My mother is calling. Says hi, and Mum says hello, Rennie. I just spotted your messages. Yeah, okay, cool. We can jump off at any point, but maybe what we do is we see if he takes us past the light route that we haven't unlocked yet. Because then, like, we don't have to do the massive amounts of walking and climbing that it takes to get to the new areas. And then we've got another light route. And the light routes have the added bonus of there is, if you are having trouble finding all of the shrines or all of the light routes, each shrine has a light route beneath it, so when you find a light route you can kind of tag it at ground level and there'll be a shrine there. And if you kind of are having trouble finding a light route, you can tag a shrine at underground level, and then you can find it. Okay, so I did spot one that looks like it hasn't been activated. It is a bit far off for us to reach without some running and jumping. But you know, if we can see them, I mean, we are going to get a lift when we jump. And there's another one over there. Okay, I think this is the closest this one's going to get. So let's run as high as we can go. There's the ceiling of the underworld. So it's literally, we're still, like, even though we're dropping, we're still pressed into the ceiling. And there is, okay, now we're starting to come down. See, there's the ceiling. That's crazy. And there's another one there, so we can grab that. And then we're going back to Kakariko Village, because I think they can now give us a quest that wasn't available before. Sorry, I've just gone back and reread what you were saying. Sorry, your week was busy. It's okay. That's just adult. Yeah. But we're slowly getting there, so hopefully things will calm down a bit, so we can kind of, yeah. Start just being a bit more relaxed, and I've lost track of where that other light route was. So we flew in from this side, so it should be, there it is. Oh look, and there's the dragon still. I think that one's Nadra. And now it's giving me a whole sequence of them. And it's like they're so close, it feels wrong to ignore them. Okay, so we're too low. I wonder. Nah, he's too high. Also, I don't want to swim through dragon guts. That's a bit... Like, I like weird, but that's a bit too weird. The dragon music is too soothing. It's not okay. Let's see how much we've got exposed now. That'll be interesting. Wow, okay, not much. Oh, and we've got a whole bunch of maps. Well, let's see if they give us a quest. That's disappointing. Oh yes, because now we can tell them that it wasn't Zelda. Master Link, good morning. Little dude, are you thinking about the floating ring ruin? It looks like it would be totally gnarly to skateboard on. Right, dude? I know, it would be totally righteous. I'm all about the skateboarding and the shield surfing. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm going up there, and that's okay, right? You're cool? Yeah, I'm cool, man. You can go and do that. Go and skateboard on irreparable antiquities. Totally cool with me, even though I'm an archaeologist. I am as well. It's been on our minds for some time. We would like to suggest resuming the research if we may. Have you since figured out what became of Princess Zelda? Dudes, it wasn't Zelda! What? The Zelda who appeared after the upheaval was a creation of the Demon King? And the real Princess Zelda still hasn't been found? But how can this be true? It's such an unbelievable tale, and yet I trust you completely, Master Link. It must be as you say. Right? Like, I've never lied to you before, Pyre. It's hard to explain, but the princess we saw was somehow unfamiliar. It was as though her very aura was different. But if she was an imposter the whole time, that would mean the real reason she ordered us to close off the floating ring was because the Demon King saw it as a threat. Isn't that right? That only means one thing. We should investigate the floating ring ruin immediately. You are exactly right. There's no longer any reason to prohibit your research. Let's open up the floating ring ruin at once, Mr. Tauro. Knowledge is tugging on the line. Time to reel in some results. Your Lulan phrasing is coming through, Mr. Tauro. You must really be pleased. It's just, there's one problem. We still need to determine how to conduct the survey. It's clear that the interior of this ring is hollow. Sadly, there doesn't seem to be an entrance. If the contents of the other rings are any indication, there should be a stone slab inside engraved with Zonai script. I'll probably have to go back and take photos of that other one because I didn't take it once it won't have triggered that I have the photo. First, we should look for a way to confirm that there's a stone slab inside. However, we also don't want to damage the precious ruins. Hey Link, do you want to skateboard up there? Maybe bust a few sick moves and get inside? Oh, pardon me, I was lost in thought. I'd better hurry and tell everyone this so we can open up the ruins. Righteous dudes. Give me a minute, I'll go and update it. Find the 5th sage. According to Taro, an account relating to the sages is in the ring ruins. There, see? And then it's also entering the site, assist in their research. Look at me, dudes. I'm doing it. I'm doing archaeology. And I'm only slightly more destructive than Indiana Jones. Ring ruin stone slab. There we go. I didn't think this through. I can't use a bomb to get out. Just imagine if there was no way for him to get out once he was inside. Oh dear. He didn't just... did he? Huh? It looked like he disappeared into the ring, little dude. But that can't be right. Ah, forget I said anything. I must have imagined it. Dude, what about this image? It's clearly from inside the ring. I rode the half pipe and went into the tube and what's this you've got? Huh? Could it be? Could it really be? Paya, Caleb, look at this! This little dude has some righteous moves. Could this be the interior of the floating ring ruin? Wow, the stone slab is so clearly visible. There appears to be Zonai inscriptions on this one as well, just like the other ring ruins. Taro, if you would. Right, let me see what I can decipher. Promise, Zelda, solemnly signed. Miniru, Sage of, hide the key, southeast, in trust, future, wish, defeat, Demon King. That's all I can make out. There's some lettering I can't figure out before southeast, but Miniru seems to be someone's name. Look at the context of Miniru. I do believe this is the first time one of these slabs has put a name to a sage. It also mentions Zelda and a Demon King. How fascinating. Aha! The inscriptions are telling us all sorts of essential information. Why the crying, Stelly? What's the matter? Oh, it's nothing. It's just the part before the southeast section. I think it says Dragonland. Huh? Ah, you're right. Paya knows her stuff. This should be read as Dragonland Southeast. Fantastic work, Paya. Oh, thank goodness I've proven useful. It seems my continued Zonai language studies have paid off. Oh no, I'm being upstaged. Where were we? Something about a Dragonland to the southeast? How familiar are you with the southeast of Hyrule? There's a site in Faron that has long been known as the Zonai Ruins. It predates the falling from the sky and is home to many ancient relics. If memory serves, there were dragon designs on those ruins that I haven't seen anywhere else. Oh, Callip, great catch! The Zonai Ruins in Faron. There's a good chance that's exactly what this is pointing at. That's our Callip. Fantastic work. What did you just say? This inscription is pointing us towards Faron Zonai rings. No, not that. The next bit. A certain adjective was used. I believe it started with fan and ended with tastic. What was that again? Ah, fantastic work, you mean? Yes, fantastic work. That is what you said. Yes. Callip, what fantastic work, he said. Fantastic. Me! Link, when we put together the script on this stone slab and translate it, we get definite mentions of the sage Minoru, the Demon King, and someone with the same name as Princess Zelda. Something related to all three of them must be waiting at the Zonai Ruins in Southeast Hyrule. We've landed a real catch here. Thank you for your help, truly. Now we have no time to dawdle. There's research to be done. Callip, will you join me? Oh, of course, I would be a fantastic addition to the team. Very good. With that settled, let's be off to the Zonai Ruins at Faron. First, we head southwest. We'll establish a base in the poplar foothills at the Skyview Tower by the ruins. In search of new discoveries, we make for Faron. They left just like that. Well, I'm sure those two will be fine. I must study more about the Zonai civilization so I don't fall behind Taro and Caleb. Yet it seems somewhat frivolous next to the mystery of the real Princess Zelda's whereabouts. I don't doubt that she is safe and well. I must believe that. As chief of this village, I can't leave my people, so I must place the search in your capable hands. I pray that Princess Zelda will return to us soon. Okay. There we are. How are we going for time? It's almost 3. I can probably do maybe another half hour today. Goodness, I'm beat. Ah, so you're here. Came to learn about the Zonai from an expert, I gather. I should welcome you to our humble base of operations. Behold, this is where the real investigation starts. It might not seem like much next to that Skyview Tower, I'll concede. Going forward, our research will proceed from here. Taro has already gone off to the Zonai Ruins. If memory serves, he spoke of starting his investigation around Dracozu Lake. Go southeast and you should find the Zonai Ruins he volunteered to inspect. I'm curious if the Dragonland written at the Ring Ruin will have any more leads on the Demon King or Princess Zelda. Ordinarily, I'd be right here at his side in the field, of course, but I'm worn out from setting up the base. I'll need some time to recuperate before I begin my own survey. Goodness me, is there anything at all that slows down Tauro? There is a dragon. Alert, there is a dragon. It is diving into the ground. And if I recall correctly, we have not been across that bridge for a very good reason that we cannot see right now. Which way did he say? South? West? Dracozu Lake there. That's where we're aiming. Now, the only thing is, which end of Dracozu Lake does he... Like, where does he show up? Yeah, let's mark the lake, because I think he said the lake, not the river. Way! Righteous ride, dude! Cool. We will do that then. Oh, maybe there is one in there too. I don't know if we've played a Zelda game with these things in them. They used to be, certainly in like the old, like the very early 2D Zelda games. They were kind of a boss fight. Yeah, that's for goblins. No, we don't. No, we don't want that. No, ain't nobody got time for that. I still can't see it from here. Okay, that's fine. So there used to be these three-headed dragons that you'd have to fight, and they've put them in this game, but they're all elemental now. So you, when you come across them, you have to fight all three heads, and they can fly, and you just, yeah, it's, but, you know, the easy versions are one element, and just one element for all three heads. The hard ones have a different element for each of the heads, and they're really painful to fight because you can't use elemental buffs against them. Got you, you little snake. Hi, I gotta tell you something. I've been hearing that the Korok forest up north from Hyrule Castle has been really weird lately. I'm kind of worried about everyone at the forest. Oh, that's not good, little dude. Oh. A shrine. There, I got a statue. Oh, I can no longer sense the presence of the Mother Goddess statue which dwells in the vast canyon. I would ask you to go to that land and bring tidings of me to the Mother Goddess statue, please, I beg of you. Ooh, that's... Okay, so she won't talk to us until we deal with that. Okay. Okay, so do we want to abandon the... Because we're kind of doing the quest that leads to the 5th sage. We can go and check out what's happening in the forest instead, if you'd like. I'll just see if I can find... Okay. Dear Caleb, the influence of the upheaval has spread to the Zono ruins. Did you see the pillar-shaped ruin in front of this tent? There shouldn't be any artifacts of that kind around here. An anomaly. And they're small. The rubble at the base of the pillar opened, revealing a way inside. A new discovery. Naturally, I will be going inside to investigate shortly. Join me as soon as you can. Okay. So, we will leave him there. We will change the adventure log. So we'll just turn that off, and we're gonna go Lake Sariamido. That is Dideku Korok homeland. Cause Saria was a Kikiri, which kind of the Koroks are part of the evolutionary family of the Kikiri, at least in, like, even if it's not in universe, they kind of fit similar space in the lore. The Ocarina of Time Link was living with the Kokiri and believed he was a Kokiri at the time of the start of Ocarina of Time. It's actually part of the... Now, I know we were talking about doing Majora's Mask next, which I am keen to play. Yeah, the lore kind of around the end of Ocarina of Time and the start of Majora's Mask is quite tragic, because did we play them together before? I can't remember. It would have been quite a while ago, so I just don't want to give spoilers if you don't know, or if you care to care about kind of watching the story unfold in the game. Okay. Oh, so I don't know if you remember, but Link spoil you? Okay. I'll have to go and take you on some sort of figurine shopping spree or something. That's how you spoil people, right? No. Yeah, I don't know if you remember much about Ocarina of Time, but so Link at the start of the game thinks that he is one of the Kokiri because, like, that's all he remembers is living with the Kokiri in Kokiri Forest. And they kind of are the children of the he calls them his children, the Great Deku Tree. They're technically like forest sprites, I think, so like kind of like fairies, little forest spirits, but they have like the appearance of Hyrulean children, so I guess a bit like gnomes, or a bit more like gnomes than perhaps fairies. Anyway, so Link thinks that he is, and you're playing along through the first 3 dungeons or temples, and like you're just a Kokiri out on an adventure, and you get partway through the game. Oh, that's right. So you open the Temple of Time. So Princess Zelda, first dungeon's like inside the Great Deku, because he's been attacked and he's dying, and it's like, well, what do? We can't kind of not have the Great Deku. So bad, real bad. The Lost Woods just aren't right anymore. No matter which way I enter, the fog comes and gets me, and then I'm right back at the beginning. I can't return to Korok Forest like this. I want to go home. I did hear that a big hole opened up in the Minish Woods. Kinda scary. So the Minish, I think, are also kind of... They're kind of little fairy folk from Minish Cap, which I haven't finished. I need to do that sometime. I have it on my Wii U, I think. I just need to actually play it. What's with these weird vibes? Oh, you're an adventurer too. You feel the vibes, right? The strange vibes in the air all around here. The vibes are really bumming me out, man. The vibes, I mean the fog in the forest up ahead. The forest ahead is the Lost Woods, and it's always been pretty weird. If you got lost, you'd wind up back at the entrance, but now the fog in there's gotten even thicker. Take 2 steps into the forest and it'll spit you right out. Not too long ago, you could at least walk into these woods, but now you can't progress at all. So yeah, you actually you were growing up in the Lost Woods, or in the Kokiri village, like beside the Lost Woods, and yeah. So you kind of go to try and rescue the Great Deku, and he basically tells you that he's dying, and you get sent off on your adventure to try and like the other Kokiri, some of them are like, well, you're the reason that the Deku tree is dying. Most of them don't kind of buy into that, but so you kind of get sent away, I think, by the Great Deku Tree, and you have to go and meet Princess Zelda. Zelda sends you off on this quest to get the spiritual stones so that you can open the Temple of Time and retrieve the Master Sword. This is a very long-winded explanation, sorry. Go to retrieve the Master Sword so that, because she's really concerned about Ganondorf, who is has showed up at Hyrule Castle and is talking to her father, and she gets really ick vibes off him, and so she wants to stop him, whatever his plan is. And you grab them, so you go in and you grab the Master Sword, and I forgot to mention, the Kokiri never grow up, so they're always children. They always look like children. You grab the Master Sword and 7 years passes, you get locked in stasis, and you grow up. So you become like a teenager, and all of a sudden, like, it becomes apparent that Link isn't a Kokiri. And so, like, there's this whole, like, it loses, he can't stay in the forest as an adult. Like, he goes to the forest as an adult, because he has to go and destroy the sage of the forest has to be rescued or awoken, and to do that he has to go to the temple. And then it's like your best friend from childhood when you were growing up in the Kokiri forest, Saria, who one of the lakes in the Lost Wood in this game is named after. So if I pull up the map and we go up, Lake Saria is named after her. So she's one of the sages in Ocarina of Time. And you're kind of... yeah, you go back. But there's kind of this story in the game about like all of the things that Link loses trying to save the world. Yeah, and part of it is like, well, he loses all of his childhood friends. So he can't be kind of friends with the Kokiri anymore because they're living in the Lost Woods where he can't live, and they are eternally children, and he is growing up and is kind of mortal essentially, whereas they're immortal. Yeah, so there's like the end of Okura, like there's like this theory that like the whole of Majora's Mask is it's a game about grief. Whether that's kind of subtext or intentional, but it's all born out of this really, really kind of tragic ending to Ocarina of Time, where kind of, yeah, Link loses or sacrifices a whole bunch of, like, partly his, like, life, and, like, he's not sacrificing his friends. All of his friends give of themselves willingly because they all awaken as the sages, basically. All of the friends he makes along the way who could have replaced the Kokiri are sages, and so they're now bound to the Temple of Time to hold Ganondorf in check, because once again it's another kind of story where they fail to destroy Ganondorf. They're unable to destroy him. It's kind of that's another recurring thing that happens, is that they don't have the strength to destroy Ganondorf, and so they're just constantly engaging in moves which result in okay, that's not good. Well, we got the light, so let's we're going to Death Mountain, and we are buying some extra flame guard. Sorry about that. Yeah, like, just all of his friends are gone, and like there's this also this like bit where after he defeats Ganon as a teenager, so he's about 8 or 10, I think, is the implication. Oh, why did I end up there? I wanted that one. And it's about 7 years later, so he's kind of max 17. He defeats Ganondorf. And this is also where they talk about, like, the timeline split in Zelda lore, is that he then goes back in time and warns Zelda about what's going to happen if they follow through on her plan. I think Zelda actually sends him back, like, as a reward, but like he's now got the weight of everything that's happened. It's, yeah, he's carrying the weight of it all, and he goes to Zelda and kind of warns her about what's going to happen. How basically they get ambushed and Ganon's waiting for them to... He's not able to open the Temple of Time himself. He's waiting for them to do it, and so if they do it, then that kind of triggers all of the events, and if they don't open it, then he can't do anything. So there's like a win scenario. There's a timeline where Link actually loses. He can't defeat Ganon. And then there's a timeline where I think it's the one where he goes back in time and tells her what happens, and they kind of never open up the Temple of Time, and so yeah. So it's not quite a Pyrrhic victory. So there's a concept called a Pyrrhic victory. It's Pyrrhic, Pyrrhic. And in a Pyrrhic victory, the concept is, and it's not totally accurate to call Ocarina of Time a Pyrrhic victory, but a Pyrrhic victory is basically where you win, but the cost is so great that you almost don't survive it. So like a historical event that I like to kind of talk about in terms of Pyrrhic victories is the Cold War, where we kind of went, the Soviet Union collapsed in 1990, the Berlin Wall came down, that's kind of like the start of the collapse of the Soviet Union. Well, it was starting before that, but that's kind of the big monumental first step in that whole collapse. And so it's like, well, capitalism won the Cold War, and it's like, but hang on a second, like, let's look at where the capitalist nations are now. They did so much damage to their thinking in the time of the Soviet Union. They're so afraid of anything that might be considered, and this is particularly noticeable in America, they're so afraid of anything that might be seen to be socialist that they can't even enact good policy that would benefit their citizens because it might be socialist. And that's why you see kind of America in the state that it's in now. They didn't really win the Cold War because they've lasted maybe 40 years from the end of the Soviet Union. And in the terms of historical scales, that's not very long. Okay, we got that light route. We're aiming for there. Can we go there without getting too close to that Ignotalis? I think we can. I am intrigued why there is so much lava underneath the Great Deku Tree. Or in close proximity to the Lost Woods. I guess we are kind of on the boundary between the Lost Woods and Death Mountain, so... Yeah, so there's kind of like this, is the cost that Link paid in, well, at least for me, is the cost that Link paid in Ocarina of Time worth it? Well, yes, because it was about more than him. It was saving the world, but the cost was incredibly high. And I guess that's kind of often a running theme in Saviour stories, like, the costs that they pay. And not necessarily is it worth it for them, but like examining what those costs are and whether asking someone to pay that kind of cost is is good or right. Which I think is why ultimately the saviour figures tend to choose to do the things themselves. I think they kind of have to. If you don't give them agency, then it's kind of a gross thing. In case you're wondering, we can't get into the Lost Woods in a normal fashion because of the fog. It will just keep throwing us back to the start. So we are sneaking in. Oh, we're almost at time to shoot. Let's try and get to the... They do talk about, like, in the background story too, Majora's Mask, about Link losing a close friend. And I'm not entirely clear on who it's talking about, because I always kind of felt, before I kind of like looked at the grief theory, that the game is about grief, because at the start of the game you're kind of going for a ride through the Lost Woods as Child Link, because it's set on the timeline, the timeline where he goes back and becomes a kid again, because I think the justification is that he should be given back his life. You know, the 7 years that he lost in stasis and stuff. Not because it doesn't kind of count the time that after he wakes up. There's no measure of that. But let's send you back to your childhood so you can reclaim the life that you lost to this. But then it's like, well, I can't go back to the Lost Woods. The Great Deku's gone. So you're riding through the Lost Woods and the Skull Kid shows up, who is a character that you met in Ocarina of Time, and he's kind of not really friends with anyone because he's a bit objectionable. He likes to play mean pranks on people, and kind of that puts people's noses out of joint, so he doesn't really have any friends. You run into him in the forest and he jumps out and he scares off. Oh, as above so below, these trees look like the trees in the Lost Woods. Aha, that's what we're looking for. We will get there today. 3 minutes. We'll just run a little bit late if that works for you. I am going to grab these light places on the way. And some things. Korok Grove. Oh, bugger off. Oh, shoot, I forgot that that's what happens after that. He'll use his own bow against him. Ah, crap. Ooh, some dark clumps. Okay. Pose. Light sources. Then we're going to see the Great Deku. Yeah, anyway, so what was I saying? I always kind of felt like the thing with the bit about losing a good friend in Majora's Mask, at least before I kind of looked at the, or heard about the grief theory, was that the friend that he lost, so Skull Kid scares Epona off, and Epona runs into Termina, and then yeah, because you don't find her with the Skull Kid, you find her randomly. And so I always thought that it was like, oh, Epona's the friend that he lost. But then you stop and you think about it, and he actually lost pretty much all of his friends. There's still, is it Malin? The little girl at the ranch. She's still around. But she probably also doesn't remember Link when he goes back in time, like all of the people that he meets after he leaves Kokiri Forest. You know, he's sent back to before that point. Where are we? Over here. Okay. Yeah, anyway, sorry, that got a bit rambly there. And I've lost track of where I was hoping to be. Okay, that is not what we want. That's one. maybe the other light route that I was looking for. So let's light this up and hopefully it'll give us a better view for where we're trying to be. There's probably also 3 shrines in the Lost Woods, if I remember correctly, so having some light routes underwood makes sense. Okay. Aha. Okay, so let's grab this one so we can just teleport back over here. Grab the other light route just over there, and then we'll warp up to the... Yeah, exploring of the depths, while fun, can get a bit full on because it's very easy to get turned around, and like sometimes the light routes are hiding behind other things, and Signin. Ooh, metal bud. The Deku, the Kokiri, no, Koroks. Koroks, these are Koroks. Brain is going through all the different creatures. Even the Ginku is not talking. Okay, so it is 3:40. Did we want to try and work out what's going on, or shall we save that for next time? Save it for next time? Okay. That works well. So probably... Oh, wait. Next fortnight is October, and October is a little bit chaotic. But I am taking a week off, and you are coming to visit, so next time maybe an in-person, so yeah. We'll save it for then. We'll put it on the ultra big screen in the other room, play it out there. So thank you for coming and playing some Zelda, and I'll just hit save. And we'll see you next time. Okay, bye.